Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, I got another thing I'm working on. My buddy wants to borrow my log splitter, and I built that on this channel. I'll have a link to that. Now I run the fuel out of this carburetor every year. I turn it off, let it run out, and apparently, and I use no ethanol. As you can see, everything is messed up in here. I need a new, this gasket's all brittle. But the bowl started rusting, and this all got, it ran after I used some starter fluid to get it running. But you can see all of this junk, and there is some of this gelatin-like stuff. It's gel and squishy. Originally, I thought, well, I'm gonna need to at least replace the bowl gasket. And I walked right by it, but it was running, and I was getting ready to put the air box back on, and I noticed it was leaking fuel, and I'll show you why it was leaking fuel. Sorry to have you all over the place. This is kind of a spur of the moment video. Here's the fuel line. It just completely split in multiple places all along. You can see what happens to these. I'm not a fan of these types of clamps. It just kept cutting right into it. So that is completely useless, and I'll have to get a new piece of that. So unfortunately, due to the size of this, I have to leave it outside. So I've got a cover for it, and I try to put it back behind these giant bushes on the north side of the property, and that way it keeps as much snow as possible off of it. But you really can't stop. I mean, no critters got into it, but it's just impossible to, when it's outside in the cold and the heat, it's going to do stuff to it. Although you can see the cover kept it very much rust free. Hydraulic lines are all in good shape, no cracking. Alright, so we'll get some parts ordered for this and get it running, working. I'll test it out in an upcoming video, and then we'll ship it off to my buddy so he can tow it over to his house, and he's got a bunch of trees that he's got to cut up. So the other thing I have to do is I got to order another one of these air filters. This engine on the log splitter is a 9-horse, and it came off of a tiller with very little hours on it. This uses the same air filter as the Troy-built Chippervac. So 2 new air filters, some new gas line. So we'll order these parts. We're gonna get them ordered, and then we'll tackle this and get this thing running. Got a lot of things going. Oh, this is just a quick video, but one last thing. A customer who I was working on that little snowblower, I went to bring over the snowblower yesterday, and they said, hey, do you do oil changes on other things? Like, of course. And they check out this steel RB600 power washer. It is a beast. Giant Kohler on there. I don't know what size Kohler engine. I'm assuming it's a 6-horse, but it looks bigger than that. And that's a real big pump. So I've changed the oil in it, and I'm waiting for oil coming from Amazon. This oil was very dark. I mean, I was surprised how dark it was. When I change the oil in my air compressors, or I change the oil in my power washer, that oil doesn't get dark. But this oil was it was dark like used motor oil. So I'm glad I'm getting that changed. I've got some 30-weight non-detergent oil coming from Amazon. Steel wanted for a pint $35 for pump oil. I thought that was pretty funny. We've got a lot of equipment that we're working on here. We've got some beautiful days, 72 degrees today. So I was hoping to get this thing running, tow it with the wheel horse. I got a trailer hitch that I can move it around, because I took a tree down. Took a big tree down yesterday. It was a little too close to the house. So I got a big cherry tree that we're going to chop up. And then we also have parts coming for this. And I'll finish, I'm working on a video for this. Once those parts come, I'll have a video on the Ariens on how to tune up your snowblower, mostly your Ariens snowblower, hitting all the grease zerks. I'll have a video on that coming up soon. Ooh, I got some darkness there. Darkness! That's better. Alright everybody, thanks a lot for coming along on this video. It's going to wrap it up. Just a real quick one just to show you what I'm working on. Stay tuned for the Ariens video that'll be coming out as soon as I get those parts. Should be here from Jack's later in the week. And then once the log splitter parts come in, I'll have a video on that as well. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and go down to that comments section and let me know what you are working on. And we'll see everybody in the next video.